Steve Resk here to walk you through your first game of the Super Show, the #1 wrestling game in the world where you can live all your wildest wrestling fantasies without ever taking a chair shot. And if you're not already familiar with Supershow the Game, go to your local game store and check out one of our 2-player box sets. This box set gets you everything 2 players need to play a game of Supershow. This includes 2 competitors, each with a 30-card deck, 2 Supershow skill dice, a crowd meter, and a rulebook. We also threw in 2 extra competitors with these new box sets. The object of the game is simple. You want to hit your finish card for a chance to win. To play a finish card, you have to have any card in play that says follow-up. To play a follow-up, you have to have any lead card in play. So it goes lead, follow-up, finish. These competitors compete in the Legendary Fighting Federation, or the LFF, to help you remember the card order. At the start of the match, each player is going to choose a competitor, set their competitor card to the side, shuffle their 30-card deck, and draw 3 cards. Each turn is decided by a turn roll. The player is going to roll their color-coded Supershow skill dice, which matches up with the skill chart on their competitor card. Both players will simultaneously roll their dice and compare the number that they rolled. The highest roll draws 1 card and then starts their turn. On their turn, they can play 1 card. If they have no cards in play, they can play a lead. If they have a lead, they can play a lead or a follow-up. If they have a follow-up in play, they could try to defeat their opponent with the finish card. After you played your 1 card for your turn, another turn roll will take place. Once again, both players will roll their color-coded Supershow skill dice, compare the numbers that they got with their skill charts, and the highest roll will draw a card. When you win a turn roll, your opponent is not defenseless. Some cards have stop signs. Cards with stop signs can be used to stop cards played against you. The text box will tell you specifically what kinds of cards they stop. For example, Punch has a stop sign, and the text box says, stop any lead grapple. If I tried to play an arm drag, which is a lead grapple, against my opponent and they had a punch in their hand, they could play the punch to stop my arm drag. During your turn, if you have a follow-up in play and you hit your finish card, you've reached the most exciting part of the game. First, you're going to apply the text of your card. Then you're going to roll for what's called your finish roll. You're going to roll your color-coded Supershow skill dice. Once again, compare it to the skill on your competitor card. Add any potential bonuses from your finish card for what's called your finish roll. Your opponent will have 3 breakout rolls to tie or beat this finish roll value. This is going to symbolize the referee's 3 count. For example, if I hit my opponent with the Sunset Suplex and I roll a grapple, I'm going to get +3 for my card effect on top of the 6 printed on my competitor card for a total of a 9 finish roll. My opponent will have 3 breakout rolls to tie or beat 9 by rolling their Supershow skill dice and comparing it to their competitor skill chart. If the breakout roll ties or beats the finish roll, they're going to break out of the finish card. This will set the crowd into a frenzy, and we're going to raise the crowd meter up 1 level. The crowd meter will affect finishes for the remainder of the game. After a breakout, all cards in play for both players are placed into the discard pile, and the game continues with another turn roll. Both players will battle it out until one person scores the 1, 2, 3 on their opponent. Now that you know the ropes of Supershow the Game, keep in mind that when you choose your competitor, each competitor is unique. Each competitor has what's called a gimmick, which is printed on the card. For example, the Rising Sun's gimmick is, when you roll technique, draw a card. He will have this effect throughout the whole game. Rising Sun, like all other competitors, will have 3 specific finish cards in their deck. These finishers can only be used by that competitor. And you could customize your deck with additional purchases. You could take a card number 8 from one box set and swap it out with a different card number 8 from another box set. You'll find that some cards work better with different competitors or maybe to your play style. So now that you got everything you need to know about Supershow the Game, grab your friends, dive in, and let's roll.